Okay, so basically, this is my list of the 40 coins in the top 200 when I looked 20 days ago. So my list is looking to grow. So if you can, definitely comment below and also like the video if you can, and let me know what coin I'm missing. So there's 10 coins that I want to add, top 50 of the 250 that I feel should before the end of the year go back up in value. Not completely. I'm not saying, hey, let's look at this coin. This coin is going to skyrocket, in the next 6 months. I'm just saying coins that I believe should in the next 6 months go back up to, close to their high at some point, or at least 5 to 10x, right, from now. And these are coins that I have on my list that I've been looking at. So this number is wrong, but we'll look at it anyway. But Power Ledger is a very different coin. So I'll let you guys see it. But as you can see, like it went up to almost $2 at one point. But if I go here, I believe it says it went to $2. Yeah, it went to 201 January. So for some weird reason, this one is showing the wrong information. Let's go back. This one is showing the wrong information. The all-time high says 189. That's where I got the number from. But in any event, does not matter. So Power Ledger is based in Australia. Imagine the world, adaptable. If the electricity is dependable, affordable, clean for everyone. It's on the Ethereum network, which is probably why it hurts itself. Let's see, peer to peer. Obviously, there's really not much I guess different about the coin itself, other than the fact that I guess the way they looked at it was that they wanted to create like a platform that was like around the electricity. It's like I don't know what their plans were, their big plans were, but I thought they were going to be like an exchange that allowed. This is what I thought when I first purchased into the coin a long time ago. So I thought they were going to be an exchange that allowed you to buy into them. And when they come out with their own electricity grid, they would sell electricity. You would make money off this electricity, and it would also be like an exchange, right? So that's kind of what I thought. I was totally wrong. But in any event, this coin itself, I guess, has like a way of thinking of maybe supplying energy around the world and wants to do so. And is it possible? Yeah, it is. It actually would be pretty cool if they did, especially if it's clean energy, especially if it's utilizing like things like water, wind, or solar without having to use harsh chemicals or harsh environmental, what are those things called? Um, there's other things, but anyway, but yeah, anything that's harsh, like rather material, that's the word. So if they could do that, awesome, right? And obviously their goal, I believe, is just to be able to supply it without it costing money every year. So energy levels go up, the price goes up. So they're trying to create something that's never been done. So it's just be kind of cool if they can do that. So I think it's kind of a cool thing. But there's some bad things about this, and we'll kind of go through a list. So I created a list that allows you to kind of look at this token in a different light, where you kind of dive deep into make sure that, okay, does this make sense, right? So what they're trying to do, does it make sense? Can it help? Can it work? So we're going to kind of look at this in that aspect, right? So first thing we're going to look at is our checklist. My checklist just shows things that I look at every coin. Just want to make sure that there's a reason why I'm buying it, and I need all these reasons to make sense, right? So, but people do buy things that are not that don't make sense before they buy things that make sense, because they buy on impulse rather than on logic, right? So illogical things actually are high when it comes to money. So articles, social, and interviews, are they doing those things, right? So are there interviews that they're doing? Are there articles being written about them periodically or frequently? Obviously frequently is better. And are they actually putting themselves out there in interviews? So you want to see faces. I want to see people. I want to know who I'm tracking down if something happens. I want to know that the SEC, when they get involved, you're not going to cower away and hide and no one knows who you are and where you've been. You want to know that there's someone that's taking the information in and willing to fight for your money to make sure it's safe. even though if they do become super popular, SEC will get involved and try to figure out, hey, what is this and why does this exist, and people put their money into it, and should we be shutting this down? You want to know that when that thing takes a dip from that because people pull their money out, that you're buying in that dip and you believe in that, rather than running away and realizing that, hey, I lost money, but I'm okay, right? So you want to make sure that you buy low and sell high. So articles being written, you easily just type in, Power Ledger. I believe that's just Power Ledger, right? Just type it in. Excuse me. So you type in Power Ledger. You should be able to see like last couple of YouTube videos, right? May and April. Nothing crazy, but here they are, right? May and April. You want to see, here goes some interviews. September 2018, May 2018, November 2018. Not frequent. You want to go to their Twitter. You want to know, are you posting anything on Twitter? And here we go. July 4th, they posted something. 2 hours ago, they posted something. 2 days ago, they posted something. 2 days ago, a couple days ago. So about a week ago, right? So you want to make sure, okay, are they actively posting stuff? Is their team put out there, and the things that they're posting, do they make sense? Yes. And then obviously you want to make sure they're posting out their videos, because I think people are more visual that buy on impulse than people that are technical. So you got more of the developers who are going to buy and hold because it makes sense to them. And you got the people like, that buy off of impulse, people that actually don't want to lose money, but they're willing to risk $20 to $200, maybe even $20,000 on an impulse buy for the next couple months or weeks or whatever, right? So you want to make sure that makes total sense, right? The exchanges that they're on, you want to look at that, because that does matter. Which exchange that they're on matters, and how many that they're on matters as well. Right now they're not on. Oh, this is actually the wrong one. I'm sorry. Oh, that's the right one. Sorry. Yeah, so they're on quite a few. They're on about 20 exchanges or so, maybe a little bit less. So they're on quite a few exchanges. This is a good thing because Binance is on the top of the list. So they're on a really good exchange like Binance. They're on Bittrex. They're on Huobi. They're on KuCoin and Gate. They're on Live. So they're on really popular exchanges that people can get an account across the world and be able to buy their tokens. That's really what you want to see. Can people buy their token? And right now their exchanges all have about the same price, so their price is about the same. So about $8.50. 8 cents, 8.5 cents. That's pretty much where they're at. So that's a good thing. So that's kind of what you want to look at. Just want to make sure that their volume isn't coming from like one place. You want to make sure like 97% of it isn't coming from one place, because that means 97% of it, when it goes down, will be coming from one place. So you want to make sure, again, that you're not in a coin that's got too much that it can lose. But as you can see, 50% of it, almost 50% of it, is all in one place, LA token. But that may not hurt, but it may not help. So just kind of watch this over the next couple of days. Or next couple of months when you're watching it. Description videos, obviously you want to make sure that again, their videos are being put out there. The way I do that is I just go to like YouTube, for instance, and I'll type in what's that one called? Power Ledger. Right, that's 2 words. So you want to look at their YouTube channel. You want to see, are they putting out this updates about what they're doing and what's happening? They are periodically, not as frequent as I would probably want, but it's every 2 to 3 weeks. So as you can see, and then there was a time where they put out nothing, which was probably the time where they were going down in price. But you want to make sure they definitely support it. As you can see, Dr. Gina Green, she's putting her face out there, she's putting her name out there, she's doing interviews. That's a good thing. So if they do become very mainstream, you want to make sure that your money is trusted with someone that doesn't mind putting their name out there and actually getting hurt in the process, because the reputation does matter, and going to jail is a thing. So in a different type of industry, so to speak, it is different than what a lot of people are doing, but I think that like the way, so industry and way of thinking, right? We're just going to kind of merge those two on this one. So their way of thinking isn't really different than the way someone else has probably thought about it. So you got people that want to, help supply water to countries by using this token. Uh, you know, this would work if the token itself is what people are paying for when they're using the electricity or whatever. So they're buying this token. It's different if like this token was being burned or whatever. But like it's if this token has something to do with the electricity that they're trying to run, then this would make a lot of sense, right? So you kind of want to look at it in that aspect of Power Ledger itself. Does it is it really different in the way of, just because it's part of something that no one else is a part of? Is it different? It's really not. It's really not that much of a difference. So it's not really a new way of thinking. It's just picking a different industry than someone else is in. So the industry is cool, but it's just not a different way of thinking. Life changing. Life changing is a yes on this one, because could it go mainstream? Yeah. So let's just say they go to South Africa or West Africa, where maybe there isn't as much electricity. It's like a good amount of electricity being produced out there. Honestly, this is one that could, if they figured out a way to produce electricity, and places that don't have it, or places that do have it and can't sustain it long periods of time, because like there's places like in India, there's places in Africa, the whole entire country of Africa, there's places there, a few countries there that, sorry, whole entire continent of Africa, there's countries there, whole countries there that shut off the electricity after a couple hours, or they turn it on only at night, or they only turn it on in the daytime, or there's no electricity unless it's government based, homing, housing, or anything. So you gotta look at it in that way of life changing, possibly. So I would say yes. Could it be mainstream? Yeah, that's part of the problem, is that if it does go mainstream, it's possible that again, that the SEC could evolve. Price. So the price matters of where it's at because of where it's going, right? So the highest it's ever been is about $2. That's good because of what it is. It's more of a transactional token than anything. It's what you would call a utility token. You don't really have to use it, but if it can work inside the platform, that'd be great if there was a platform. But yeah, so the price is good because it's what, 8 cents now? Was that 12 cents when I looked at it? So, and that was, it's not that bad, especially for the popularity behind it. It's actually pretty good. The supply of it, that I don't know, actually. The supply is 1 billion, right? And then right now in circulation is 400 million. Are they burning tokens? Probably. Should they be burning tokens? Probably. Are they going to be adding more tokens to the network? Probably. 1 billion is a lot, but we're hoping that number does go down. So obviously, because you want the supply to not be as high when, unless you're on a major amount of exchanges, and or major amount of exchanges, and the token has to be on the network in order to work. People are using electricity. However that's going to work, you want to make sure that that's part of it. Where the billion makes sense. Right now, 1 billion is a lot. But price-wise, 1 billion is good because of where it's at. Self-sustaining, it could be if the token is part of the platform that they're coming out with. Self-explanatory right there. In use, I don't believe so. I don't think that their platform is actually up and running. We can actually check that, but I don't believe so. I just think that they're trying to just still pushing to come out with this. We help people transact energy change, energy trade, renewable, blah, blah. I know they're saying that this is stuff. I don't know. Personally, I don't think this is all stuff that exists yet, that they're making money, they're doing this. Like, I don't think so. I don't personally think so, but I think that this is stuff that's like coming in the future. So it's possible, you know what I mean? Let's see. Current projects. So we don't have what we would call final projects, but active. These might be ones that they're doing now, creating now, so to speak. And how true this is, it's hard to tell. It's all solar. It's not really anything outside of solar. So, okay. Partners. Now, I didn't see any partners. I'm assuming that their partners would be like these solar companies. I don't think that they make solar themselves, but I believe that they're the ones that they partner with are just the solar companies. Don't get me wrong, it makes sense. Solar is a good idea, but I don't see any like major partners like, I don't know, an energy company from another country, from the entire country of Australia, is allowing us to be, part of this, or these companies like this energy company, this solar company, one of the top 5 solar companies in the world or top 10 solar or energy companies in the world have invested stake into their country or into their coin. I don't see that happening. I don't think it happened already, and if it does happen, that'd be awesome. But as of right now, I don't see it. Um, and platform, I don't see a platform or a wallet. I know that there's supposed to be one later, but I don't see one right now. So let me know if there's anything that I missed as far as this token or another token that you guys want to see me put on the list. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you have any more tokens that I should put down or any more coins down at the bottom, comment below if you can. Let me know if there's anything that I am missing again. That'd be awesome. So that's pretty much it.